Hello everyone, welcome to our group learning contract video. I did this as a group and I was led by Katie Heiners-Mueller from Illinois. In my group also was Amber Sharp from Benton, Arkansas, Jessica Blackburn from actually Jonesboro, Arkansas, and then my name is Joe Powers and I am outside of Richmond, Virginia. One of the neat things about online collaborative experiences, especially for A-State's online MPA program, is we have the opportunity to work with lots of different people from all over the country. And this is a map to represent where our group came from. So our policy was centered around, our project was centered around policy development for the ACLU in Missouri. Katie works for the ACLU in Missouri, identified a real need, and the group came together to develop a policy for them. So the Missouri ACLU is a nonprofit organization, obviously located in Missouri, actually right across the river from where Katie lives in Illinois. They've had an increase in staff, in both full-time employment and interns and volunteers, and they've actually got a really big board. But they really have an inadequate policy that's currently in place that's not very specific and leaves a lot of room for judgment. The organization is very policy driven. Each of the staff members, interns, and volunteers sign an agreement saying that they understand the policy that's in place. So we realized this was a perfect opportunity to collaborate as a graduate project and develop something that's going to be meaningful for Katie's organization. So we broke up the policy into several different sections. First, we defined a commitment to the staff so that the organization stands behind, or the organization shows the staff that we stand behind the staff, the volunteers, and the board. And we also provide a statement of facts saying that what's right and what's wrong, and we have organizational expectations. Because without the statement of fact and the organizational expectations, there again leaves a lot of gray area for the staff members of the ACLU. Then we went on to define what harassment was in a very, very clear and understandable way. So clear and understandable is really important because a lot of your staff, a lot of your volunteers come from differing backgrounds and different levels of education. So we wanted to make sure that everybody understood it. It was written at a consistent level. And there was no question what harassment was and sexual harassment was in the workplace. To build upon that idea, we provided very specific examples of what behavior was that was either sexual harassment or harassment in general. And again, it was very clear, concise, and specific, because when it comes to sexual harassment or harassment in the workplace, we have to be able to relay the information to our staff members in a way that everybody can understand it. And there were so many that we kind of ran off the bottom of the page. We talked about organizational expectations at the very beginning, but we also get further into what the organization's expectations are in this arena. And we talk about how the manager will investigate all claims of sexual harassment in a confidential and timely manner. Now that says that if I say that I was sexually harassed or harassed in some way, that the HR manager has to investigate it, and he or she is going to protect my confidentiality and the confidentiality of the person that I'm claiming the harassment from, and they're going to do it in a timely manner. That way that all of my expectations as staff member and the expectations of the organization are all met at the same time. There's also a protection for all parties involved, which I already talked about, and a very specific clause that says that the organization will not tolerate retaliation of any kind. And if violations are found after the investigation from the HR manager or that group, then there's going to be discipline up to termination. So that was our project for the ACLU in Missouri, and it's going to be kind of neat because our work here in this online graduate program will actually be in place in Missouri in the coming months through Katie's work there. Again, I appreciate you watching our video. And I want to thank all of my group members, Katie, Amber, Jessica, and I'll thank myself for being part of this this online group. Thank you very much and have a great day.